Assalamu alaikum children. Welcome to the science class for the grade 5. This is lesson number 7, animals living and surviving. So in the previous video we have studied in detail about the groups in which animals are divided. In that we have seen invertebrates and vertebrates. In vertebrates we have seen fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds and mammals. And we have seen body covering, movements in animals, breathing in animals and food habits of animals. In today's video we will continue this lesson with the topic special behavior in animals. What is this special behavior? Let's see. Certain places become inhabitable during the winter. The weather becomes freezing cold and food becomes scarce. So at some places, because of extremely cold conditions, these places will become inhabitable for the animals. So the weather becomes freezing cold and food becomes scarce. There will be shortage of food and the weather will be not suitable for the animals. So how do animals survive in such harsh condition? How animals can survive in this condition? To survive in such condition, animals exhibit special behavior. Some animals migrate to warmer places while some hibernate during the winter. So these are the special behaviors shown by the animals. First one is migration. Migration, the mass movement of some birds and animals over thousands of miles to avoid harsh winter is called migration. The simple definition of migration is moving from one place to another place in search of food or to protect themselves from extreme climatic conditions. So the mass movement of some birds and animals over thousands of miles. Here you can see how birds migrate for over thousands of miles to avoid harsh winter. This is called migration. Animals migrate to warmer places to find food, breeding grounds and warmer climate. Every year these birds, they migrate from cold places to the warmer places in search of food and in search of warm climate. The Siberian cranes migrate to India every year. They fly 9,000 kilometers to India in winter and fly back to Siberia when summer starts. It's amazing, really. Monarch butterfly. This is a type of butterfly. Monarch butterflies fly all the way from Canada to a warmer Mexico in winter. Some seals and whales swim from Alaska to the South Pacific to spend the winter. See, these birds migrate. They through their flying, they travel to the thousands of miles to get a favorable condition for them, to get the suitable climate for them. So this is called migration. Here are more examples. The Arctic tern flies 17,000 kilometers to the Antarctic during winters. From Arctic region to Antarctic region. The Arctic tern flies 17,000 kilometers to the Antarctic during winters. Some whales migrate from the North Pole at the beginning of winter to warmer places. In the winter season, in the North Pole and South Pole, what happens? All the water present over there, it turns into ice. Thick ice it will turn into. So these whales migrate from North Pole at the beginning of winter to warmer places. Locusts are harmful, destructive insects. Locusts are harmful, destructive insects. They migrate in swarms and destroy standing crops. So these locusts are the type of insects which are harmful. They migrate, but they are harmful for the crops. They migrate to the warmer places. So this is migration by the animals we have seen. Now we will see what is hibernation. Some animals survive the harsh winter by going into a state of deep sleep. Hibernation is actually the winter sleep. In the winter season, some animals go into the deep sleep for the 4 months. So this is called hibernation. During hibernation, an animal appears to be dead. it looks like it is dead. Loud noises have no effect on it. It does not wake up even if it is touched or moved around. It's really amazing. When we touch and when we try to make them wake up, they do not move, they do not respond. They appears to be dead really. So hibernation is actually the winter sleep in the winter season. To prevent from extremely cold conditions, some animals go into the deep sleep, that is called hibernation. So how do they sleep? They appears to be dead. How does an animal survive without food during hibernation? This question arises. How does an animal survive without food during hibernation? During autumn, the hibernating animals eat more food than usual and stores it as fat. See, these animals in other seasons, in other favorable conditions, they eat more and store it as fats. During hibernation, the animals uses up the body fat that it has stored. This causes the animal to come out of hibernation thinner but still as strong as it was in fall. Bats, groundhogs, lizards, and ground squirrels are some animals that hibernate during winter. Okay, so these animals, they can survive without food by using their fats which were stored in favorable conditions. So this is all about hibernation and migration, which are the special behavior in animals to adapt in their given climatic conditions. Okay, here we can sum up the lesson. Insects breathe through air tubes called trachea. See, these are the important points which we have studied in this lesson. Let's revise it. Insects breathe through air tubes called trachea. Air enters their body through holes called spiracles. They have 6 legs, 3 on each side of the body. Reptiles have their body covered by dry, hard scales and breathe through the lungs. They crawl on 4 short legs. Fish have overlapping scales and breathe through their gills. They swim with the help of their fins. Birds have their bodies covered with feathers. They breathe through their lungs and fly with their wings. Most mammals have their bodies covered with hair. They breathe through their lungs. All mammals except humans move on 4 limbs. Okay, so here is a word bank. Words for practice. New words. Invertebrates, animals without a backbone. Vertebrates, animals with a backbone. Spiracles, breathing holes along the side of an insect's body. Hibernation, the state of deep sleep some animals go into to survive harsh winter. Migration is mass movement of animals from one place to another place. Okay, here we have completed our lesson. Go through the textbook exercises and complete it. Okay, write question answers and complete your notes. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.